Hey y'all, it's me. It's your girl, the real deal Anita's Gives Reaction. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, what's up, real deal? What is up? This man. Let's get into the content, y'all. Let's get into the content. How y'all doing? Well, let me tell you, I'm up late working, okay? Fox 13 news station exclusive. A gunsman fired shots into the station, y'all. Into the news station. Apparently, no one got shot, but they were sitting at their desk. And the kind of bulletproof glass, they just put that up there a week ago. So happened the bullet kind of stopped before it went through. But let's check it out, y'all. I tell you, he was upset about something, so he left the station and went next door and locked himself into a restaurant inside room. He wanted to talk and tell his story. I mean, he must have lost his woman, but I don't know. But anyway, anywho, they got him some help and talked that gunsman to turn himself in. Oh boy, here we go. I don't know what my channel look like this. There we go, y'all. Check it out.
Was able to
I'm gonna take it a loose.
steady
I'm
fire.
gonna take it back. And this at the news station, y'all.
Today, the gun violence plaguing our city has touched our home here at Fox 13. We come to you tonight in gratitude that no one, of course, was hurt.
And we want to walk you through what happened. This surveillance video that we have is from our lobby. A man came to our station on Highland, wanted to tell his story. Instead, he fired a single gunshot through our front door. Thankfully, we have ballistic glass. The bullet, fired from a high-powered semi-automatic rifle, was able to penetrate. It did hit our front desk, our front reception desk, but thankfully, no one was hurt.
The man then went next door to a restaurant where he barricaded himself in a bathroom and then live streamed his rant on Facebook. Police blocked off the entire Highland Strip and helped to keep our employees safe. This is a shot from outside of our front door. Now, eventually, police were able to talk him out and then take him into custody.
Like many victims of crime in our community, we cannot help but wonder, in this case, what might have happened. After all, that ballistic glass in our front facade, designed to stop or at least slow down high-powered bullets, was installed only a few months ago. Now, our crews are safe, well, and able to bring you live team coverage of this story tonight. We begin with Fox 13's Dominique Dillon, who was on air on this very desk anchoring Fox 13 midday when the gunman came to our station. So, Dominique, what were your thoughts when you heard the gunshot?
Well, I actually didn't hear anything. I was on the newscast focused. And then during a commercial break, one of the managers came into the studio and shared with us we were on lockdown. Only on Fox 13, this camera here caught everything unfold. You can see him at our front door. He's trying to speak with the security guards at the front desk. He lifts his rifle and shoots into the inner door. The bullet hits the floor and ricochets into the front desk. Both security guards ducked for cover. As you can imagine, they were shaken up, but fortunately, no one was injured. And then you can see him yanking on the door handle several times, still trying to get in, but he had no luck. Then he turns around and he tries to kick in the glass door. Once that doesn't work, he gathers his items and he takes off. Now, take a look at this. You mentioned earlier, we do have ballistic glass. The bullet was able to travel through the glass. It hit the floor, and then you can see that it ricocheted off this front desk. Once again, fortunately, no one was injured. Daryl?
That is Fox 13's Dominique Dillon. Dominique, thank you. We'll see you later in the newscast, too.
Now, this is the street, of course, Highland, that we drive down every day as we're coming to the station. We walk along the Highland Strip to get our lunch. We never expect to see police barricade everything around us, though we are grateful that they did. We want to continue our team coverage tonight live outside with Fox 13's Dakari Turner. Dakari, you've been to many police scenes and news conferences. Of course, it is surreal to be
But
at
one thing about it though, anything can happen anywhere at any given time. So don't think you too precious where nothing can't happen around you. It can happen anytime.
one for ourselves.
Surreal is the perfect word I'd use to describe this. And of course, in situations such as these, things move very quickly. That means facts change over time. New tonight, the only thing that will not change, at least right now, is that the ATF tells us exclusively at Fox 13 News that they have obtained what the Memphis Police Department says is an AR-style rifle used to shoot into our station, and they are putting a rush on that to determine exactly where the gun came from. A rush trace detection is what they call it. We
Glad
spoke
everybody
to the
okay.
suspect's mother earlier. She says his name is Jared Nathan, that he's 25. While this happened, I talked earlier with someone who knows him.
25 years old. They too young to be going through this. Jeez.
Saying he wanted to get on TV to tell his story of being shot last year and then highlight the city's violence.
I don't know whether it was an intentional firing. This was not an active shooter situation, or if it was an accidental shooting. But a round was fired into the building.
He wanted to speak to the news, to the city, to the public, to city leaders, to MPD, to CJ Davis. He wanted to speak to them about all the things that has transpired, to Black men.
Indeed. So nothing official tonight as far as charges, but police have discussed a multitude of different charges they may file against him in the future. Again, nothing official, but that is what is likely coming down the pike next. Darcy, back to you in the studio.
That is Fox 13's Dakari Turner reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Dakari.
Let's take another look back at our surveillance video. We see a gray SUV dropping the suspect off right in front of our studios. He steps out. You see it's a rather odd walk.
How he walking?
Possibly the gun in hand there. We don't know who the driver of that SUV is, but we're trying to learn more about the shooter tonight.
Now the person dropped him out with the gun in his hand. Jeez.
For that, we turn to Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson. Daniel, we understand that police had the suspect's mother come to the Highland Strip to try to help talk him out of that restaurant.
Daryl and Darcy, good evening to you. Good evening to you at home. Yes, that's exactly right. For you, the viewer at home, you know the look of a concerned mother. That's the look that you will see when you look into the eyes of the mother of the alleged shooter. She says that her son had been struggling for a while now. She says recently, just 2 months ago, he had been shot 8 times, but she says really his struggle started well before that. Before we go to the video, I want to show you this. If you were watching earlier, you saw it. The gunman was held up in a restaurant. Folks, I want to give you a live look at that restaurant. You're taking a look right now at Ubi's. It's right here just off of Highland, a place that is frequented by students. We understand employees report that the gunman was held up in the restroom of this restaurant for quite a while. That restaurant at this hour is closed, but take a look at this. The mother of the alleged shooter, she identifies her son as 25-year-old Jared Nathan. She says she got the call from her daughter that her son was indeed involved in a situation here just off of Highland. She says
the same kind of stuff that we just did when the other young guy, mama dropped him off downtown in the medical center, and then he shot the people in the building because he had issues at the hospital, remember, downtown. Now here go another one, 25 years old. Somebody dropped that dude out at the news station.
Although she didn't know this was possible, she says she knew that he had been fragile mentally for quite a while. And she says now attention turns to getting her son help. This is the mother of the alleged shooter, Marsha McKinney, in her own words.
All we can do is pray. I've been praying for my son since I had him. Now I got to do what the Lord want me to do, and I got to take care of my son. Now I got to put my foot in the trenches and do what he needs to be done.
Now, when I arrived into the area this afternoon, the alleged shooter had not been taken into custody, and I saw a man who identified himself as the father of the alleged shooter. As we bring you back out live again, you are taking a live look at the front of Ubi's, that restaurant that was involved in this incident. Now, as I mentioned, when I arrived, I saw a man who identified himself as the father of the alleged shooter. He was there with the woman who they say is the alleged shooter's stepmother. They spoke with police. Police were able to use them in a certain capacity. I will talk about that capacity coming up at 5:30. Daryl.
That is Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson live, literally next door to our studios. Thank you, Daniel. You know we have an extremely loud voice in this community. It's something that we take very seriously. And because of that, the shooter came to our studios to share his message. Again, a responsibility that we bear.
But when we turned him away, that's when he chose to go to Facebook Live to speak. Fox 13's Mandy Rock is joining us in our studio tonight, sharing what we can about that message. Mandy.
Well, police say the suspect barricaded himself in a bathroom at Ubi's restaurant about 100 yards from our station. That's when he made this 16-minute Facebook live stream, which generated thousands of views and comments before it was taken down. In it, you can hear him tell officers he wants to talk to, quote, the news people because he has some information he would like to share. When officers asked what that information was, he didn't give an answer. Officers also asked him to slide his gun out of the bathroom, but he did not comply. Take a listen.
I need to talk to the news people. I need to talk to the news people.
Ooh, he ain't it right.
I got some information I need to get let out. I need to talk to the news people. I got some information. I got some information that needs to get across the world. That got me surrounded. I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing shit. I need one of y'all to come here now. I ain't sliding shit out. I ain't sliding shit out. And I got backup on the way. You talking about?
Now, a woman who lives behind Ubi's restaurant let me get into her backyard so we could record video when officers took the suspect into custody. And around 1:30, the officers led him out of the restaurant and into an ambulance. I'll have more from his Facebook Live at 6. Daryl Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Mandy Rock reporting. Now, as soon as the shot was fired, our employees all sheltered inside of the station. Then police cleared everyone outside into a secured back parking lot. One of our teammates stood out this afternoon, our production manager. He spoke with the shooter. For that, we turn to Fox 13's Kate Berry tonight. Kate.
Darcy, it was a normal morning here at Fox 13. I'm standing in the breaking news center near our assignment desk, which is the very heart of the newsroom. Now, once that shot rang out, employees all around me took cover in the newsroom, and then police evacuated the building. We want to show you that video. Look, these are Fox 13 employees in the parking lot behind our station. They weren't sure exactly what was going on at that time. You can see in that parking lot, they still worked to gather whatever information they could about the shooting. But before that shot was fired, production manager Ron Crawford actually encountered the suspect outside the station.
He said, well, God's told me that I need to tell the world a message. And I'm like, okay, what's the message? No, I need to come in. I said, no, you can't come in, but I can take your message. What's your name? So he gave me his name. I asked him to spell his name, like we do. Mm-hmm. And he did. And then I saw that he still had the weapon on him. And I told him, I said, I asked you before, we can't do this, so we can't have this conversation. He said, no. He took it out. Took the cartridge out of it and was going to sit in. He first said, can I give you this? Put it in your car and we can talk. I said, no, I can't take your weapon. And as he was going to, I assumed, to set it down, some more individuals came out of our newsroom doors into the lobby area and said, get away from him. He shot into the building. And that's when I was made aware that he had shot in the building.
Ron.
Oh, wow. Y'all see that? Jesus. Anything can happen at any given time. Praise God that nobody get hurt. And only thing the guy wanted to do was share his story, and the dude there listen to him, and that's all he want to do. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this real deal, and it happened right there at the news station. All right, y'all like, share, and subscribe.